Okay, we're recording. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No.
Okay, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Screen looks okay. We got our coffees. Check.
Clink.
All right, here we go. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Tina and Anderson Show. On our end, when we watched the intro live, kind of glitched a couple of minutes. I don't know if we're gonna get that. I won't see that till post.
Whatever.
But I'll fix it anyway, so you guys
Whatever.
probably won't even see it. But anyways, thank you for tuning in to another episode. I think this is episode 27. So if you're still tuning in with us, thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate the support. It means a lot. And yeah.
Yeah.
So we're husband and wife. We've been married for will be 22 years this September. And we like to talk about marriage, relationships, parenting, and we speak against the red pill and feminism because we believe traditional marriage is pretty much the best way because it's been working
That's
for
our
a lot of
opinion.
people.
That's our opinion. We aren't experts.
Yeah, so today's episode, we're going to talk about the ick.
The ick.
Yeah, dun, dun, dun. Sorry, I don't have any sound effects for that, but yeah, we're going to talk about the ick. So there's this thing that's been going around the internet. It's mostly the women
What,
that have the ick.
Who get the ick?
Yeah, they have the ick for the most ridiculous reasons, and we're gonna talk about it. But
It's gotta be talked about.
Before we talk about that, I wanted to go over something with you, and I want to know your thoughts about this. So these are cars that attract ladies.
Cars.
Yes. So women ranked these styles as cars that are attractive. These cars that men drive that they see as attractive.
You're gonna show me the car? Because it's not like I know my car.
Well, it's not. It's the type of car. It's not going to be like a brand.
Oh, okay.
It's not. It's nothing like that.
I'm like, if you expect me to know what you're talking about, because I guess I'm just one of those girls that I don't give a crap.
Well, this one is the top one. 32% of women. Can you guess this one?
The top one?
Yeah.
Mercedes?
No, you were thinking of a brand.
I don't know. Oh, SUV.
No.
Right? No?
No. That's actually 3. That's actually number 3 on the list. 32% of women, which is the most, think a pickup truck is the most attractive.
Ooh, hey now.
A pickup truck.
I'm right there.
I guess they see it as manly. All right. Number 2, 20. This one got 27%. Can you guess?
Convertible?
Close. Sports car.
Oh.
Sports car. SUVs are third with
Third.
16%.
Mm-hmm.
Sedans,
Mm-hmm.
11%.
Mm-hmm.
Hybrid or electric. I can't believe this is even on the list.
It's a recent list then.
Yeah. Girls find this attractive when they see the little Jetson car puttering up. Hybrid or electric. 9%.
Mm.
I don't even know why this is on the list. This is crazy. Maybe it's because of the career. Maybe they find the career attractive. I don't know. But UPS truck, 4% find that attractive.
What?
4% of women.
I don't see a UPS. I mean, maybe it's because I'm married, but I don't
Fine.
see a UPS truck pull up and go, ooh wee. What?
I don't know. 5% of women find it attractive seeing a man
Pull
driving up.
and,
Yeah, driving a UPS truck.
Okay.
Hey, for you fellas driving a UPS truck, look, 4% of women find her attractive. Go find those 4%.
Yep. You'll find her.
Okay, 2%. Maybe this is the wives that find this attractive about their
Minivan?
husbands. Yeah,
Minivan?
minivan.
I knew it.
2%. All right, last one.
Minivans are pretty sick now, though.
Well, yeah, there are. We had a really
They're
nice one. We
like-
had the Chrysler Town and Country. We
Yeah.
pressed the button and the side
The
doors
sides.
open.
They're
we
like
pressed the button, the back
spaceships.
door open, and we had an older one.
Yeah.
We had an older. When we
With the
had it,
DVD player.
yeah. When we
and-
bought ours, the newer style already came out, like the newer like style outside, like the way
more
it looked.
aerodynamic.
Yeah, the
maybe?
way it looked.
Yeah.
It had like a new look. So we had like the older look. But it was still nice. It was in great condition when we bought it. It was used, obviously. Most of our cars are used. But it worked. Yeah, had the TV. Press a button. Like I had nice lighting inside.
Yep.
You know, press
Plenty
the button.
plenty of room.
Yeah, you drop off the
the
kids.
3 kids.
You drop off the kids, just press the button, the slide doors open. That was probably our most luxurious car. It didn't have leather,
Yeah.
leather, and it had heated seats, didn't it?
No, our last car had the heated seats.
Yeah, but didn't I don't know. Maybe.
I don't recall that,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But yeah, it was a very nice car. So yeah, SUVs, 2%. Now there is one more
No,
on
no, no.
here.
Minivans. You said SUVs.
Yes, sorry, minivan, minivan.
We're a little bit more down in the list.
All right, there is one car that 1% of women find it.
1%.
1% find it attractive.
Where did they do this poll?
Yeah, there's 1% of these women. I don't know. Maybe it was 100 women they polled, and it was just one woman. I don't know. It doesn't say how many they polled, but 1% of the women they polled found this vehicle to be attractive. That men, it's on the same level as like a UPS. Like men drive this for work,
Your van?
but there are some ladies that drive it too. So
Your van? Like a utility?
no,
Like, no. What the heck is it then? You're saying it's like
she means the van I drive for work.
Yeah.
My work van.
work van.
No, it's a mail truck,
What the heck?
which are like SUVs now. Have you seen them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
They have
We've been
have
seeing-
like mail vans.
yeah, it used to be like those little Jeeps.
the little box
The
cars.
little, those little yeah. Now we've been it's a van now.
Yeah,
what they
it's a van.
have. I don't know if your neighborhood is the same thing,
Yeah.
but
That's
but
what's
yeah.
going on over here in
So I
small
don't-
town West Boylston.
I don't know if that's gonna change
Yeah.
because the mail trucks are they're just different, you know. So I don't know.
That's a very
Yeah.
weird list.
Yeah.
You think it would have stopped at like your typical thought, like sports car, SUV.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if like
truck.
I wonder if,
but
like,
it's
a
like
Jeep-
it keeps going with like UPS and like where the heck did this list come from?
I'm surprised convertible's not on there because that's like
Well, maybe they've lumped that in with sports car. I don't know.
it could be. But I mean, you could have a sports car. I mean, you could have a sedan. Well, not a sedan, a coupe. A coupe. Nobody said coupe, which is just 2 doors. We could have a coupe. You could just have like I don't know. I think a convertible. It's its own category. Cause and I was surprised they didn't. I wonder if Jeep is part of like that the SUV family because you could take the doors off.
the
You could
doors
take.
off to take the
You can
roof
have the
off.
cloth top, or you can
Yeah.
have the hard top. Is there any other kind of cars we're missing that they could have said? I think that's. I think
that
just a
pretty much
convertible. I think just a convertible is the major one. You know, and
limo.
well, that would be weird. Like,
This
oh my
is
God,
just my car. I drive
This
a
guy
limo.
is so hot. He drives a limo.
Hey, my uncle had a limo.
Imagine just like you going to work and somebody just pulls up in a limo.
And a
Like,
limo
well, you
just
gotta take
gets
up,
out.
you gotta pick up 2 spaces for that. But yeah, I think this is a pretty interesting list. I looked this. I wanted to look this up, and so the top brands of car for attractive men has ranked by women were 16% Ford.
See, they like associate that with like a
So-
rugged, manly.
So you have
Mhm.
a man that drives
Yeah.
the top type and the top
So-
brand.
You think that women aren't noticing you? Yeah,
So
They see the truck and they're like, "Who's driving that?"
the second brand is Chevy at 13%. I'm surprised Chevy and Ford beat out this one. 11% Ford. I mean, Porsche.
I was like, "Didn't we already?" we
So
were here.
16% like Ford, 13% Chevy, 11% Porsche.
Porsche.
So women find it more attractive to see a man driving a Chevy or a Ford than they do a Porsche.
So it almost like just doesn't even matter. Like, oh, is it an expensive car? You know, like, is it a luxury car?
Yeah.
Like, it more matters like the I don't know, like the thought process that like what you associate.
Yeah.
Like with a truck, it's like you know, like a rugged big guy's gonna come out. You know,
I would
like-
think more of like, you know, the Midwestern, Southern. I would say here in Massachusetts, maybe the women who live out more in the country, Western Mass. For those of you who listen who don't live in Massachusetts, Western Mass is a whole different world. It's nothing like Boston. It's
Yeah.
rural.
Yeah.
It's country.
There's Massachusetts,
You know,
and then there's Western
or like,
Massachusetts.
you know, the women who live in the country, New Hampshire and Maine. Like I would think those women would like the pickup truck more than like a Porsche. You know, I would think city people or people who live on the coast would like more
Be like looking at the
sports cars. All right, so after that one, women overwhelmingly point to black, 53% as the color of cars driven by good-looking men.
Oh, not red. You think
Black.
like that like sports car?
They see a black car and they're just like,
They're like,
so I guess I gotta paint my car. I gotta paint my truck. I got my
Yeah,
truck black.
'cause who are you trying to attract? What do you mean you got to paint your truck? You get out of here.
And the color a color of car is driven by good. And then but that one is followed by silver. My truck's
His
silver
truck is silver.
and red. So 53% is black that they like. They like the black cars. 16% for the silver, and 13% is the red.
I feel like when we were younger, that was opposite. Probably like I feel like everybody wanted like that red sports car.
Well, I know with cops, they generally see red cars and
Yeah.
they think fast.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be somebody's gonna
Doesn't
drive
like
that
your
fast.
insurance go up more if you have like a red?
I don't know if it's true. I did hear because for some reason the most speeding tickets is are people driving red cars. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I've
Associated with,
heard.
like-
That's a statistic.
It's probably a very
heard.
common sports car color,
Yeah.
and then sports cars are fast. But there's like
I know
the red truck, and I mean nowadays it's like you got like a red minivan.
Yeah.
Like they all come.
I know
in.
it's a very expensive color.
Well, yeah.
So that like black and white are like pretty much the cheapest colors, and then red is more expensive. So here are some from men. There are men ranked car types for attractive women.
Oh boy.
39% sports car.
If a woman is driving it.
Yeah, they find that attractive.
Okay,
39%.
so now the sports car is up there.
Yeah.
If it's a woman.
Yeah. Sedans, 22%. SUVs, 20%. So SUVs in third place, just like it is with women. It's
feel
just
like
that with women, it's 16%.
Yeah.
Men is 20%.
I feel like SUV is associated with mom. Like it's like a mom vehicle.
Well, I've always seen you in an SUV. I always said one day I would love to get you like a Chevy Envoy or an Escalade. I think one of those two, I think it would look really good.
I have no objections. Bring it on.
One day. So subscribe.
Subscribe, comment, tell a friend.
Yes. All right. And the third one, pickup trucks at 10%.
What you said? Sorry, Carissa texted me.
Okay.
All the girls are out, so we're like, we don't even
Even-
know what to do with ourselves.
Even my daughter is at this time is taking my wife's attention from me
She's
when she's not
interrupting.
even here. When
Sorry.
she's here, I can't have a conversation with her. It's like she's our oldest daughter. She's in her mid 20s and she knows, oh, they're about to have a conversation. Time for me to interrupt.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
need
she has
to-
a sixth sense for this. She's
I
like,
need
oh,
to
they're
pull
doing their
Mom
podcast.
aside. Yep.
They're doing their podcast. Time for me to interrupt that.
Anyways,
So pickup trucks at 10%.
for a woman to be driving them?
Yeah.
Interesting. You think that if a guy saw a woman in a truck, they'd be like,
I don't.
well, now.
I wouldn't. I'm not. I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, you look hot in a truck. I think you look cute because you're like 5'2".
I'm like little.
You're like
and I
5'2".
literally have to fall out of the truck.
I like. Imagine if I
I
had.
literally go like, whoop. and I
Imagine if I had an F-250, which one day I will buy, or a 2500 Silverado.
Is that the big, huge one?
That's the bigger one.
I'm going to have to fall out of it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, catch me. I literally have to slide like, whoop.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do like
And
a
that's
jump.
with the thingy,
have
like the
to
little boost thingy.
I'm gonna have to set up a trampoline at the bottom so you can jump down.
Like, put my step down. I got to get out of here.
All right, and fifth one is at 6%, hybrid vehicles, hybrid and electric vehicles.
Guys actually think that's attractive?
I don't want to get political
We
here,
don't need to go there.
but I feel like
let's just
one
say I'm
side.
shocked
I feel like there is one side of the aisle
that
where
would
men
think
would see that
was
as attractive.
Attractive, yes.
And 4%, minivans.
Ooh, because some men have a
More than the women, more than what men find women attractive. Men are at 2% find women attractive who drive minivan. Women are at 4% that find men that are attractive. So women find it more attractive than men do to see a man driving a minivan than men find women.
what?
So so desirable gals in BMWs at 16%. So 16% find it desirable
Desirable.
to see a woman drive a BMW. For me, I wouldn't if I was single, because to me, I would be like, she's expensive.
Like, better stay away from that. She has expensive taste.
14% say Mercedes. 10% Porsche. These guys want expensive women.
Expensive women.
I would not find either of these. Now, the top car colors for attractive women were red,
Top one.
40%.
See? Mm-hmm.
23
I feel like it represents class.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Class.
So, I mean, for me, a red BMW, Mercedes, or Porsche, I'll be like, she drives fast and she's expensive. Okay. That's what I'd be thinking.
Good to know. Good to know.
That's an ick. No, I'm just kidding.
Speaking of X.
23% like black
Okay.
and 14% silver. So I thought this was very interesting. That's why I was like, because I saw like a TikTok video about this, and the list was kind of weird, and the woman guessed every car. So I'm like, this was staged. But I thought, let me look up, because like hybrid was like number 1 or something like that. I'm like, there's no way that men find this attractive about women. So, or women find this attractive about men. It can't be the number 1.
It's just
So I decided to look this up myself. So I saw this. I saw this online at insure.com. So I was like, all right, this list seems a little bit more realistic. So said, oh, this was surveyed by 2,000 men and women.
2,000. That's
Yeah.
a pretty good number.
So 2,000, I don't know if it's 2,000 men and women, meaning 1,000 men, 1,000 women, or each. I want to say each. 2,000 men and 2,000 women.
It's crazy how, like, when it comes to cars, like, you just, like, you automatically associate.
Yeah.
Like, you see a certain car, you're expecting a certain type of person to step out of it. You
So
know?
what do you think women would think? Say if like she went out on a date with a man and they show up at the same time. They meet up at the parking lot. She sees he's driving a minivan.
She think he's got kids.
What if he didn't?
I think she would think that he had to settle. Like, there's a reason why he had to
Would
he had to get this minivan because he had no choice.
Would that be an ick?
For me, no.
Single man driving a minivan.
For me, no. I mean, or maybe I would think that like he's, because this is crazy that like sometimes tradesmen use minivans.
Yeah.
You know, if they have like their own little business or side hustle or something.
But now he's driving it on a date.
Yeah. I would think he didn't have a choice. He had someone offered him and it was a good price and he took it.
So before you judge, you're thinking, all right, before I judge, there's probably a reason
why he has a minivan. You know, because like you do, like why would you have a minivan? Why is that blinking like that? Your phone. What did that do?
It was just pressing this. We're still recording.
Okay. Something was flashing like crazy. So
Yeah.
I was like, what's going on? I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, no, like that's, if I was going on the first date with a guy and he pulled up in a minivan,
Yeah.
I'd be thinking, well, first off, am I my age? Because I might be thinking he has grandkids. He could have kids or grandkids or, you know, like.
All right, well, let me ask you this. We're in our 40s and say we went out on our first date and I had grandkids. I don't mind saying my age. At the time of this recording, I'm 43.
Yeah.
All right. 43 and I have grandkids.
You have grandkids. Yeah.
Would that be an ick?
See, for me, like I don't think so. I guess it depends on what kind of a grandfather you were. You know, like I feel like I would be like reading you and judging you based on if you're a good grandfather. You know, like you're a good dad. Did you raise good kids and now you got grandkids? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of weird though. I'm kind of weird though.
Well, you're not like these modern women where everything's an ick.
Yeah.
All right, so let's segue to that. So there's a TikTok account that is called the Ick List. So every video, it starts off with a video that this person is stitching, and it's a person who posted a video describing an ick, a girl talking about it or a girl filming her husband doing something and saying new ick unlocked, or her just saying some ridiculous ick. And then it switches to his list on his phone and it scrolls all the way down
To like add it.
I don't know where I think last time I looked, when I kind of screenshotted some of the first like 20, but I think he's the person's up to like 400
400
on his
ticks.
list. He
Men-
just adds. He
Men
just
don't
adds.
stand a chance.
So I'm gonna go over some of the first ones. So when he first started doing these videos.
Are you putting it? Do you have it?
No, I'm having because I'm just I don't want people to read ahead because I want to do
okay.
one by one. So this is the daily ick video. So number 1, don't smile or be happy. That's an ick.
So these are literally all based off of videos. Like it's usually like a guy interviewing a girl like on the street and
Yeah, she'll be like, so
and
when he's like smiling
like,
or
"What?"
happy, that's just an ick.
like literally girls say these things on video and like he'll be like what could a man do that could make you not attracted to them, or he'll just say what's an ick,
Yeah.
and and she'll
Yeah.
be like, well, if they're like smiling and happy, blah blah blah, like they're like, it's crazy.
She wants, and then she'll have a miserable man,
Yeah,
and then she'll be
mad.
miserable and
then
be
she'll
like, why
break
is he
up with
so
him.
miserable? Well, it's an ick if he smiles. So what do you want?
And then she'll break up with him.
Yeah.
And then go for the same guy because she's claiming that she's not attracted to happy, smiley
She's always
men.
going for the Chads or the Pookie
Yeah.
and the Ray Rays.
The Chads.
All right, number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Don't walk downhill.
Oh my God! If
If
you've
there's
seen
a
that
hill,
video,
if there's a hill that I have to walk down in, I'm sorry, I'm not doing it.
you should have
I have
found.
to go around or something.
You should have found. There's videos of like me going uphill, and it's like super normal, and then they're like me going downhill, and it's like a mess.
Yeah.
It's a mess. You're like, that's how we look going downhill.
Well, we're
like
fighting
if you're
gravity.
walking downhill, like
Well, as we're going down, gravity's trying to push us faster.
right. But
So-
it's like there's videos out there that like I remember seeing
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, so that's an ick. Don't walk downhill, fellas.
The girl won't want to date you if you walk downhill with her. Yeah.
So
don't do
this
it.
one is don't have a birthday. So I don't know if they mean don't celebrate your birthday or just don't have one, meaning don't be born.
Don't be born. Or
So
like,
she likes men that don't exist.
or like you're an adult. Why are you having like a birthday party?
Yeah.
Like,
that I can
eh,
understand,
That
but
I
like
can understand
look,
almost.
I kind of understand that, but like if a guy has friends and they're like, "Oh, let's celebrate your birthday. Let's take you out to a game," or you know, for guys who drink, let's go have a drink or whatever,
Yeah.
or you know, whatever. Do an activity. Go golfing. Go shooting. Go play basketball. Whatever. Right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Girls like to go to restaurants, bring out the cake, give her the tiara.
Go to hibachi.
Yeah, girls like to do that. Guys don't. They'll do an activity or whatever, or go to a game.
I mean, if we're
if that girl gives an ick, like you have an ick that this man has friends that care enough about him to be with him on his birthday and do something. Like, how is that an ick?
I mean, for us, like, if, like the way I think when you become an adult, it's like, all right, yeah, let's have a birthday party for like, like my mom had a huge party for my dad when he turned 40. Like,
Yeah.
and I still remember
Yeah.
it to this day. It was like the sickest party I've ever been to.
Yeah.
It was so good.
I mean, I understand milestone
like,
parties.
yeah, milestone. But like, I always find it so weird when it's like, like, I don't know, like when you're like actually planning a party. I mean, I don't know, for like an
We're throwing a
adult,
big party for John. He just turned 33.
like
Why? Why
Oh,
big for
okay.
33? What's so big about 33?
that's just how we are. Like for birthdays for us, like I'll grab a cake.
Yeah.
It's literally just us, like me, him, my kids.
Your kids. What about my kids?
Is that what I said? Our kids. And like, I don't know, maybe the kids have a friend over or something.
Yeah.
But like, that's just like a typical birthday.
But I wonder if that's the ick. If like, say a single guy,
Yeah, and he's like, oh,
he's close with his sister or brother and they bring over a cake or something.
or his mom.
Or his mom, yeah.
His mom brings a cake over every
Yeah, imagine that being
every
the ick.
year.
Imagine that being the ick. Oh my God, his mom brings him a cake. I mean, if he was a mama's boy, I get it. But if she just came over, hey, I just want to bring you a cake. I baked you a cake. And they just have a cake. I've been over my mom's house and she's like, sit down and have a piece of cake with me. Right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
maybe
have
that's
a
what it
piece of
is.
cake.
She's probably not like, we're not gonna sing happy birthday because you're 33. Like, but I baked you a cake and we can sit and eat together.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. So number 3. Oh, sorry, that was number 3. Number 4, don't fall over. Don't ever fall, guys. Don't fall. She'll leave you.
They'll see
Don't
it.
trip. Watch your step every time.
They're going to see it as a weakness.
Yes.
Or now you look dorky because you just tripped and fell when it wasn't your fault.
This one doesn't make sense. Number 5 is don't bathe.
You keep putting that on the keyboard.
Don't bathe.
Don't bathe. So they want someone who like smells of BO.
So then she'll have the ick that he's unclean.
You're telling me these, and I'm picturing like the girl actually saying this in an interview and what her reasoning would be behind that.
Yeah.
Like, do they mean like a guy who like you're supposed to be leaving at such and such time, and 5 minutes before he's like, "Oh, I gotta take a shower."
Well, I didn't watch that video for that one, but I'm wondering if like maybe not in the bathtub. Don't bathe in the bathtub. Shower instead.
Don't take a. Why do you take a bath?
Or does she? Or is bathing also shower? Is that the same thing?
Same thing.
Just like washing yourself.
I don't know.
So yeah,
I don't know.
Missing context here. Some
There's a
missing
little bit of
context. This one, red flag if a girl has this ick. Don't watch football.
Oh, every time.
So if you watch football, that's
you
an
watch
ick.
a game, she's gonna complain every time.
At least that's more normal because there are girls that don't like sports and don't want their men to like sports. But sorry, honey, most men like sports. So for you to date a guy that doesn't like sports is very rare. I don't think a man is less of a man if he doesn't like sports. You know, he could be into just other things.
It might just be how he was raised too.
Like I only watch football. I don't watch basketball.
Yeah, that's basically.
I don't watch baseball. I don't watch just because it's too many games to follow for me.
And I'll be
too
like,
many games.
I'll be like, what do you want to do for the Super Bowl? You know, like, and he's like, oh, I don't.
I only care if the Pats are in it.
Right, if the Pats are.
But I'll watch whoever plays. But like that's the thing. Football is easy. It's one game a week, and I don't watch other teams. Sometimes I will, and I like arena football. So there's an arena football game I'm gonna go. But other sport, like I can't watch basketball every night and baseball. I can't. It's too hard to follow for me. I can't. There are guys that can do it. I just can't.
Yeah.
So anyways, all right. So number 7 is don't breathe. Guys, hold your breath.
I bet you that one means like a very loud nose breather. You know, like.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. They should say a loud nose breather or a loud breather.
Yeah.
Meaning probably a man
Like-
that's overweight, because men that are overweight are the ones that are heavy breathers. But don't breathe. Just don't breathe.
Basically, that's telling me that it's like that girl who like can't stand to hear you chewing.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to hear you breathing. And she, like, you know that video of John and Kate, when it was John and Kate +8?
Oh, yeah.
And
that
she
famous
was
video.
like, she was like,
Yeah, she's like,
yeah. She's like, what?
and he didn't even
Can
do
you
anything.
stop doing that?
And he wasn't even doing
He
anything.
was like, what's happening
Yeah.
right now? On video, too. Great. Fabulous. That's
And-
what that reminds me of.
And don't have emotions when hurting yourself. So if you stub your toe, stay stoic. Don't react. Just stand there like nothing happened. If a axe falls on your toe and cuts it off,
Ugh, stop.
don't react. Stand still. If you're trying
They're
to hammer,
literally saying that like makes them think of you as like less of a man.
Yeah.
If you hurt yourself and say "ow."
yeah. If you're hammering something and you hit your finger, just act like nothing happened, fellas.
Yep.
Because
Watch
if you
it.
react, she'll leave.
Yep. You're gonna be single forever.
Don't use the trampoline properly.
Okay.
Like what?
What's properly?
doing backflips or
Yeah. Like what's properly?
like jumping
Just-
and laying on your back.
Just
and then-
doing the like up and down
Yeah.
jump like this. Like don't do that.
yeah.
Like
I didn't know there was a proper way to
I
use a
didn't- yeah,
trampoline.
that's what I'm saying. I'm
You
like,
just go in there and jump up and down.
I feel like everybody does it different, and like
Yeah.
kids are psychotic on the trampoline,
Yeah.
and like if you can do a backflip, you're gonna do one. I don't know.
All right, 10 is don't skip a step.
Oh, like when you're going up steps.
I don't know if that's what that means. I don't know.
I think so. I think that's what that means. Like
Yeah.
when you skip a step when you're going up steps.
Yeah. I'm thinking just like skip. You're walking and you just skip.
I
do a
feel
little
like
skip.
it's steps.
All right, number 11 is don't test any yogurt.
What?
Do you have, it reminds me of that Sebastian Maniscalco. Do you have pomegranate? Do you have pomegranate?
What? Wait, don't test like
Maybe get a sample of yogurt. It's like, can I
Like-
try the lemon meringue, please?
Yeah,
I want to
like-
see. Can I try?
at the grocery store testing,
Ah,
or like don't do like okay
or
dip
yogurt.
your
I'm thinking like a
spoon,
yogurt shot. Yeah, it could be at home. Like, let me try this real quick. See if I like it. I don't know.
and then they're like, yeah, that was really unattractive.
Don't take progress pics. So I don't know if that means like
Oh,
your body, like you take
I
a
would
picture of
think
yourself
so.
or a project, like your car. Here it is before the paint job. Here it is before the new wheels.
yeah.
I don't know if they mean that or the deck. Here's just the framing of the deck. Here it is
And
before
now
it's
it is
stained it.
finished.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what she means, what they mean by that. And number 13 is don't wait in line. If there's a line, don't wait, guys.
So it would be more attractive if you were with a man to watch him cut everybody.
I guess.
Not for me.
Or just like walk out and be like, nah, there's a line.
not for me.
Don't
If
ever
I-
go to Disney with her.
Yeah, don't go anywhere that like you're gonna wait in a line at like Dairy Queen.
Or don't
Like,
go. Don't go to a club.
Yeah, no, don't go to
Well,
the club.
I wouldn't suggest anybody go to a club, anyways. Let's see. Number 14 is don't walk in water.
Don't walk into the water.
This is don't walk in water.
Like when you're in the water
Yeah.
to just be walking.
Yeah, I bet you further down the list, there's probably another one that says don't swim.
Yeah, so like
So just avoid the
no,
water.
no swimming.
And then there's probably another one that says
don't sit.
if they don't swim,
yeah,
that's an
that
ick.
or like don't just stand in the water.
Yeah, if you swim, that's an ick. If you don't swim, that's
That's
an
an
ick.
ick.
If you stand in the water, that's an
That's
ick.
an ick.
If you walk in the water, that's an ick.
So what?
Yeah,
the
if we
heck?
went through the whole list, there is
They're
probably
all there.
icks that contradict other icks.
And it's just bringing up the point
Yeah.
that like like men don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Like how are they supposed to check off all of these things that girls don't want in men?
Yeah, there was
It's unrealistic.
there was this clip that was going around online from a news station, and a woman who did a study on women and men, and what women find unattractive and what men find unattractive. And the men were like, it was like three things that they found
Oh
unattractive.
my god!
in
And
a
then the
woman.
woman.
The
just
woman's
keep going.
list was huge.
They just keep going.
And she said there was one where she didn't go on a second date with a guy because his belt matched his shoes. That's what she said.
So
She's
don't
the guy's
coordinate.
belt matched his shoes. She didn't like it, so she didn't want to go on a second date.
She didn't go on. a
The
second
guy could have been gorgeous. He could have been the nicest guy in the world. Stable career.
Yeah, treat her like $1 million.
Good family.
Mm-hmm.
But because his belt and shoes matched,
She'll
that
never
was
know.
it for her. That was
She'll
it.
Never know.
yeah. So all right, so let's go to the next one here. It is number 16. No, number 15. Don't tie your shoes.
So just wear
Guys.
slip-ons.
Guys, wear Velcro shoes.
I know. Just do the Velcro.
That's what's in
When was the last time
That's
you saw?
hot right now.
When was the last time you saw a pair of Velcro shoes?
the 80s.
I know, right? Like the mid '90s, maybe. Everybody's wearing.
I mean,
Velcro,
I do have-
everything. Velcro pants.
I do have a pair of
Velcro belt.
Matumbos. I have a pair of Matumbos that have Velcro, but it's like laces and,
And
Velcro,
then Velcro at the top,
Velcro
yeah.
at the top. All right, and all right. So yeah, guys, don't tie your shoes. If they become untied, risk
Just
getting
yeah.
tripped. Risk it.
Just cover yourself and just
Yeah.
get slip-ons.
If you risk it, it might pay off. She might find it attractive. You walk around with untied shoes like a 3-year-old.
Because that makes way
Yeah.
more sense. Yep. Very attractive.
All right, number 16. Don't post any social media, guys. Don't have. I mean, for a lot of guys, that might be easy. They're like, I don't have social media anyways. Girls are more into social media than men. There are guys that are like, I like social media. I'm on social media, but as a whole, I think
Clearly.
as a whole, I think women are on social media a lot more than most men.
Well, it's funny because you're not allowed to post on social media, but what does that mean for her? Probably not the same.
Yeah, just like those women.
Not the same.
Just like those women that have been asked if they are okay with their men liking pictures of other women in bikinis, and they're like, no, I'm not okay with that. And then he goes around and then he turns and asks her,
Do
do you post pictures of yourself in bikini online? She's like, yes, I do.
Yes. One big giant contradiction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's okay for other men
Other men,
to like your picture in a
Right.
bikini, but not
but
your man to like.
can't like.
All right, so number 17. Don't have fun on the holidays. Be miserable, men.
Oh my god.
Be miserable jerks
These are like so ridiculous.
on Christmas.
I'm telling you, if you were like a miserable person on the holidays, I don't know if dating you would have gotten very far. Like I would have been
Yeah.
like, I don't know why he ruins Christmas every year. He's in a bad mood, like bah humbug.
Yeah.
Like,
Guys, don't enjoy that turkey on Thanksgiving.
yep, don't do it. Listen, don't get too into it,
Yeah.
okay? Don't
Act like you hate it. All right.
just so you can snag you a
Don't enjoy the
a good
food.
woman. Yeah.
You get that cranberry sauce and that corn, act like you hate it.
Don't
act
look-
like you're
don't look
disgusted.
happy.
Because
Don't
if you
look-
start enjoying it, she's gone.
That's so weird.
All
Why
right.
the heck would you say that?
Remember how I said one says don't walk in water?
Yeah, what's this one?
18 is don't swim in a pool properly.
Properly.
Yeah.
See, what is
Guys, learn how to
is that
swim.
like the like
Do the
this?
freestyle, do
Or
the
like
breaststroke, the
this?
butterfly, the backhand. Learn how to do it properly.
Yeah.
Because if you look like you're struggling,
No, it says if you're doing it properly.
oh, guys, be
Yeah, don't
terrible
do-
swimmers.
Drowned.
Be terrible swimmers,
Drowned.
fellas.
Drowned. Maybe you
Yeah.
should just like, and then like the lifeguard has
Doggy
to come
paddle.
and save you. I know.
Doggy
right?
pedal.
Oh, I bet you that's super
Ah,
attractive.
she'll find that so attractive. She'd want the ring right then and there.
So you're gonna ask?
Do I swim?
No.
What?
Usually you're like, okay, so if we were dating,
Oh, okay.
Okay,
If
go
we were
ahead.
dating
yeah, and we
and
went to
to the beach and you saw me doggy pedal.
that would be an ick, big time.
Wow.
I'd be like,
Good
what's
thing I
he
can
doing?
swim.
I'd be
I
like,
took-
what's he doing? Meanwhile, that's the only thing I can do is the doggy paddle. That's the only thing I can do.
So good thing I was on a swim team in elementary school.
Elementary school.
So-
You're in your 40s now. Does it
Yeah.
even count?
No, well, hey,
I think
learned
it canceled itself
I
out.
learned how to swim way back then, and it's
That.
always stayed with me. So I say I'm a pretty decent swimmer. I'm a pretty decent swimmer.
Uh-huh.
All right, so what's the next one here? All right, I thought I went up to 20, but it's up to 19. So that's the last one. It says, okay, this one, I agree.
Oh, you
Don't
agree.
wear skinny jeans.
If you went into the bedroom right now and you came out modeling some skinny jeans, I would just be dying.
I don't even have the body for it, so
Well, stop it.
I would look like a potato with legs.
A potato. No, you wouldn't.
That's what I would look like, people.
It doesn't even matter what you
Sorry to give you that image.
like. Exactly what percentage of men, even just like in this country, actually can pull off skinny jeans?
Well, I feel like that's
Like, what's the actual percentage?
80s hair bands. They can pull off skinny jeans.
Yeah, but it's like,
That's it.
but it's like one body type can pull it off.
Yeah.
So
Well,
like,
skinny.
So yeah. So what is the percentage of men that can actually?
I
wear
feel
these?
like the skinny jean fad lasted like what 3-4 years maybe. I don't think anybody. And then
It's funny, though, because-
sagging skinny jeans like.
No, but like the skinny jeans, I feel like it started with women, and then it
Yeah.
spread to the men, and I was like, "What's going on here?"
No.
We went from like super baggy
Yeah,
to
I knew.
like skin tight, like.
Well, I
weird.
think I was in my 30s. I think we were in our 30s when it got. I don't think in our 20s it was around. So right away I was like, yeah, I'm not wearing those. I
Well-
don't think I would look good in them, and even if I did, I don't think I'd wear them just because I'd feel feminine.
You feel
I
feminine.
would feel
And
feminine.
You wouldn't want that.
No,
It's
no.
funny because the skinny jeans for like females were like, okay, so they're just tight. Then they started in with like the mid rise, the low rise, and they just kept getting like lower and lower. And you're like, where? Okay, where is my waist supposed to
Pretty
start?
soon it's just gonna be pant legs.
Well,
Get your pant legs.
that's kind of what's going on with the rips going from here all the way down to your shin. Why why didn't you just wear shorts?
So people, those are some icks. Now before we get onto this last video, I wanted to go over just this article. I got a couple of paragraphs of this article, and it talks about icks. I finally got my
Did we get
stream
it
deck
working?
So first
Here
one,
we
it says,
are.
"Is it healthy to keep a list of icks?" So
Not if it keeps growing,
yeah,
which
exactly.
is what it's going to do. It's just going to keep growing.
Yeah. So you shouldn't keep a list of icks on your phone or in your back pocket. Unlike red flags, I agree. Red flags are okay. Icks tend to be shallow things that, for the most part, can be glossed over or teachable lessons given enough time. So
They're usually ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like we just pointed out here. They're usually ridiculous.
yeah, they are. I mean, a red flag is different. If like a red flag is if you go out on a date with someone, for example, for girls, because girls are most likely the ones that have icks, and if the food that he ordered came out wrong, and he starts screaming at the waitress because
Red
his
flag.
order is wrong,
Red
yeah,
flag.
that's a red flag.
Red flag.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
Now, if he eats with a fork in his right hand instead of his left, if that's an ick, that's dumb.
It's just insane,
Yeah.
and then just like makes finding somebody like literally impossible.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, like if you're keeping a list, like what are you up to now? 150 things that you just cannot have in this guy.
Yeah.
Like it's just gonna keep growing and growing, like because they're little stupid things that just keep coming.
Right. Yeah.
And every time you go on a date, your list is gonna get bigger.
Oh, they're gonna keep, and then you're gonna keep looking for these icks. They're gonna keep looking.
Yeah,
Then you
then they're
talk to
gonna
your
look for 'em,
friends.
yeah.
You're gonna talk to your friends. Oh my God, this is your ick. Oh my God, I'm gonna see if my man does that.
Yeah, then they add it to their list.
Yeah. So continue on here. It says putting too much weight on icks could disrupt a relationship, especially before it has a solid chance of getting started. Yeah, exactly. Because this guy could be amazing, but because he eats with his left hand or because his belt matches his shoes, you're just gonna write him off. You're gonna write off this amazing man. We were talking about this earlier. So there was this video. I should have brought it up. I should have put it on here. We were watching this video. I don't know if you guys ever watch these videos online where a man or a woman shows up and then there's a line of people. So if it's for this one is for a man and there was a line of women and they can pop their balloon whenever. Popping their balloon meaning they're not interested. It could be the moment
Yeah.
the moment he walks in.
I think it's a show. It's called Pop the Balloon.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, pop a balloon.
I
Pop
think
the
that's
balloon.
what it is.
It could be the moment he walks in, they don't like how he looks,
They just
or
pop
when
the
he
balloon.
starts talking,
Yep.
or they don't like the career he's in. This guy just got out of school and is pursuing his career to be a doctor. A doctor. And she didn't like that he was starting out being a doctor.
Yeah, it was too new.
Yeah,
It
and
was too new.
And I looked up a salary. So doctors, right? You go to 4 years of school, and then you go through
Your internship.
Residency, which
residency,
is
yeah.
like an apprenticeship, right? And it's about 7 years. So I looked it up. Starts off at like $65,000 a year, and then it jumps about $5,000 a year after that every year. So this is, and you go to school and you're done at 22. Right at 22, you're making $65,000 a year.
That's pretty good.
And you're in there for 7 years. So when you're about 32, 33, I'm sorry, from 22, you're about 29 when you finally become a doctor, 29, 30 years old, and they're making over $200,000. Now, she didn't like it
Now
because
that's
he wasn't
around
at
here.
that level. She's like, I want somebody more seasoned in their career. Why does it matter?
Why does it?
Do you like?
Well,
do you,
why does it matter? Because she wants him to be making that 200, 300,000 now. That's why. She doesn't want to ride the journey with him.
right? But but it's like dating him, knowing that will happen. But she's gonna go risk
I
trying
know.
to be
What
with
are
a
the
guy.
chances that you'll find a doctor exactly where you want him
Yeah,
in his career, and he wants you too?
yeah. So
Like,
it's-
what are the odds?
So what I'm trying to say is like that was probably like an ick for her. Oh, he's like
At the
in the beginning
beginning?
of his career. That's an ick.
Man, she could have just like bypassed a really good guy.
I was just saying if our daughter went on a date with this guy and she came home and it's like, well, I don't think it's gonna work out. Why? Well, he just started his residency as a doctor. So, if he was
It's not gonna
already
work.
a doctor, I would literally slap her upside the head and be like, "Are you an idiot?"
Are you okay? Is he a nice guy? How did he treat you on the date?
Right.
How did everything go? How was the conversation? Do you guys seem to be like in the same place? Like,
Right.
do you have the same goals? Like, how did the date go?
Yeah, everything else went great. If everything else was
Everything's
great,
good. Yeah.
but because he was in the beginning of his career,
Yep. That's
or
a-
like, oh, he just started
that's
his
a no for me,
apprenticeship
dog.
he just started his apprenticeship as an electrician. Okay,
okay. Well, he's going to be an electrician.
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it reminded me of that. So last part,
Well, instead of seeing it as like a man who has found like he's not trying to figure out
Yeah, he already
what
knows
the
what he
heck
wants
he's
to
going to
do.
do for a career. And I think that's like the hardest part probably for a man. Like, what do I want to invest all this time and money in? Like, what is going to be
Right.
my career? That's time.
I
and
started
money.
the career I'm in now. I started when I was 29.
Yeah.
Most of my 20s,
Yeah.
I was just doing different jobs, not knowing
Yeah,
which one.
you were like floating.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So the last part of here says in long-term relationships, there's at least that space and room to sit down and have a conversation about what's irking or icking you. And communication is key in making sure long-term relationships continue to thrive and evolve. Holding on to your icks only gets in the way. That is true because
Yeah.
you literally got okay. If there is something that's bothering you, I'd want you to tell me. You're like, look, whenever you come in the door, you don't close it all the way. Something like that. I don't know. I'm just throwing
Something
something.
stupid. Well, yeah, because it would
Can
be
you-
stupid if
can
it's
you
an
just-
ick.
Can you just like shut it
Just
all
shut
the way?
the door. Yeah.
It's just like, but if I'm doing this day after day, and you're just getting bothered, and it's making me less attractive to you,
Yeah.
and I don't even realize
But
it.
it's on me because I've never said anything. I think like the whole point too is that like the amount of people that are missing out on a good person because of these stupid little things
Yeah.
that could totally be worked out, or like I'm sorry, you can't pick everything. You can't pick every fight.
Yeah.
So, and it's like when you're keeping a list of icks, like, would you really start a fight about the way he was behaving in the water at the beach?
Yeah.
Or do you think you'd be able to get over that?
I know I can't pinpoint the exact thing, but I know there are some things throughout our marriage, maybe once or twice, where you're like, yeah, can you not do that? You're
I
like,
say no, but I do say to you all the time, could you like not make that face again?
yeah,
Like, I'll be like that. No.
yeah,
Don't make that face.
yeah. So like, but if she never told me and she just lets herself be grossed out by it, and I'm still doing it, and then like one day we want to be intimate, she's gonna think about that face and be like, yeah,
I'm not feeling it tonight.
yeah. And I
Well,
don't
like-
even know. I don't even know.
Most of these are the things that you would be like, it's probably like if you were in a relationship with this person, it's not going to be the thing that you choose
Yeah.
to actually fight about. That
Right.
it's because it's actually bothering you that much. It's probably something that you could just bring up and be like, dude, like that's not it.
Right.
Like if you could just like never do that again.
Yeah.
You know, like it'd be like, all right. It's because they're so small. And to think that like you don't want a relationship with this person because they tied their shoes wrong is like, do you even understand what you could be missing out on? And if you were in an actual relationship with this person, that would definitely be one of the things that would just roll right off your shoulders.
Yeah.
Or you would have talked about it, and so like they don't do it again unless it's as stupid as how you tie your shoes.
Yeah.
It's you're gonna have to let that one go. Like it's like it's in marriage, like you can't choose every fight.
Yeah. You can't.
Like you can't. I mean, there's things that like, okay, yeah, we're gonna talk about this later or whatever, but like that amount, like you're gonna have an issue with like every single solitary thing that this person does. Is your list is this big.
Yeah.
and growing.
And it
like-
shouldn't be.
Have a little bit of tolerance,
Yes.
like a little bit, and a little bit of grace. Give the other person grace. Yeah.
Amen, sister.
Yeah, you know.
All right. So like, we're going to watch this TikTok video
Tickety
and we'll
talk.
talk about it.
Okay.
Do you fully believe that if you're getting the ick all the time, it means you're not ready for a relationship? If you're picking things apart, it's more about something that you need to figure out on your end of like
Exactly.
what's going on inside.
Yeah, I think a lot of times we project whatever our own insecurities are into other people. And I find that's why I say like you can't date from a place of insecurity or
Yeah.
fear. For men, I notice if they're a little bit overweight or they're working on getting in shape, and that's something that's very top of mind for them. They want the skinniest woman they can find.
Yeah.
Same thing with if they were a bit of an ugly duckling and they had to glow up, they're going to want the hottest Instagram model. When you're dating from that kind of place, it's not going to be the glue that's going to keep you together.
Okay, their voices just drove me nuts.
Yeah.
But
So,
moving on.
yeah, no, I
That's
agree.
an ick.
Yeah. You can't keep holding on to it. And I'm not sure what she really meant. If a guy's losing weight, he's going to want the skinniest girl. I mean, if he loses
He's
weight.
going through a health journey.
Yeah.
He might not want somebody who's
Okay, that
overweight.
I understand.
don't
If there's
know.
if he's going through a health journey, I would probably I would agree if he's like, I don't want somebody who overeats all the time.
Well, because it's like, what
Yeah.
exactly would we be able
But to be like sitting here, I want the hottest girl.
yeah.
You know, how about somebody who just doesn't who doesn't overeat, and who would support you in your health journey?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a much better thing. Yeah, I just wanted to play that. I know the audio was a little off. I didn't realize it was going to be off, but I just wanted to play that because I kind of agree what she was saying when you can't just hold that in.
Well, yeah.
Just that's exactly what we were talking about.
I think like one thing that I caught from that was that like, I don't know, like if you have that many icks, you're kind of not ready to add a person into your life
Right.
because like you're kind of only thinking about yourself.
Right.
I mean, to have like things that like you wouldn't respect in a man, you don't want to see a man, you know, like there's things that that is compatible with your personality or how you live or
Right.
whatever, you know, but like to have that kind of a list where these tiny little stupid things that would literally prevent you from dating this person, and they're tiny and could totally be worked out, but you wouldn't want to work them out. They're just icks and you won't date him. Are you ready? I don't think so.
Right.
Because there's a lot of compromise in relationships, and that doesn't seem very compromisable.
No.
You know, like that kind of an attitude.
Right.
So imagine if a girl and a guy both have massive ick lists and they come together.
Ah, terrible.
They, it,
I don't even think the date would even
no,
start.
the date isn't even going to start.
They would just look at each other and be like,
You're like, ick.
done. Done. Yeah. So yeah, I think this was just a fun subject to talk about because in this ick thing, it's through. I think it's our
comical.
younger generation.
Yeah.
I don't think I think there are probably people our age that have that, but I probably think it's like more with like the younger
younger.
generation and the modern woman today. And it's just like women. It's like women just see this guy as he is. You know, no man is perfect. He's gonna have his little faults. But look at the good things. Look at the good things because that's what matters. That's what matters.
Yep.
All right, guys. So thank you for tuning in. And if you made it this far in the video, we appreciate it. And you guys get a prize. No, I'm just kidding. Please subscribe. Hit the notification bell and the like button. Do both.
Comment.
Yes. Comment.
Join the conversation.
Yes. Comment.
We're conversating here. You can
Follow
join.
us. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And also follow us on Instagram. And we have a joint account on Instagram. And follow us on TikTok, where we try to put on a lot of reels on there. And we're trying to do some different things as well. So, yeah. So follow us on that. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.